Well, yeah, everybody's turning into a multimedia platform, so that you're going to go to the BBC not just for sort of radio and television, you'll go for it for factual news. BBC, Reuters, Guardian in Britain say there's not much to distinguish those websites. They all offer up-to-the-minute news, they all offer features, they all offer pictures, they all offer video, they all offer audio, and they all offer the extra bits and pieces, the blogs, etc., to make the reader feel that they're part of a discussion rather than just being blasted bits of news. So I don't think this is a strategy. I think they're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping some of it will stick. People are going to have to work out what is going to be viable and what is going to be financially worthwhile, because I don't think that all these outlets can do all this stuff all the time. I don't think there's enough money in the kitty to do it. So I think we'll see a lot of sorting out over the next few years, when some of these publications will do very well and some of them won't. But also you shouldn't underestimate the blogger as a source of news. Bloggers tend to be considered as commentators, people who take news and then kind of chew it up. And the argument I've often heard is that if there is no news by journalists, then there's nothing for bloggers to comment on. Actually, this is simply not true. At least in the tech space, a lot of stories now are being broken by bloggers. People who have sources in the industry and they're reporting them. They may not be completely right, but already the distinction between news and rumour has started to blur, because blogs allow themselves to be corrected, even encourage themselves to be corrected. Coming as a journalist, you never report something unless you're absolutely sure, and there's nothing worse than having to correct something you've written. Whereas for a blogger, it's part of the natural process. There's this rumour out there, this is what I'm reporting, and then you're able to confirm it later or find someone to deny it. Whereas journalists, we would sit on the story until we were absolutely sure of it, or at least we got some decent sources on it. And that is changing, and so bloggers are actually as much sources of news as traditional media. They are, in a sense, the enemy for traditional media.